example, when I was back then in university, I didn't think of myself as a hard worker. Coming out of school, I felt like, yeah, I wasn't pulling my own weight, I just wasn't really, focused. Not really. I didn't give it my all. I had like my upswing was with university, and we made a short movie, and I wrote and directed it because I had great ideas. I still have them. But financing is the problem. Anyway, yeah, so we made that, and I was just like totally focused. I was really into it. I loved it, and later, I think when we wanted to do the second one, because that first one was basically an experiment, and it ended up really good, and then I wanted to do it again, just a bit bigger, and my friend and cameraman said, alright, I'm in, but I don't know if I can keep up with you. And I thought, like, I was a bit taken aback by that. I didn't look at myself like that. What do you mean, keep up with me? And he said, you're so, it's really, you do a lot on set. And then I thought about it, I reflected a little bit on it, and I thought, yeah, really, actually, I woke up, I ate, we made that movie, I ate in between, I made that movie, I went to bed. Like, it was that, it basically what hustle culture is preaching, just do the thing, just do it. But I found that you don't, if you find what you really have to do, what you really want to do, it doesn't feel like hustle culture at all, it's so much fun. I enjoyed it. It didn't feel like, man, that was, yeah, it was tough, and I slept really well because of it, because I did a lot, I got a lot done, but, it didn't feel exhausting, and this is where people, I think, when they say hard work, they mix stuff up. Like, I wouldn't say that was hard work. It was, we woke up very early, we went to bed very late, we were concentrated on this one thing. But I define hard work as something that you need to do something else afterward to get your energy back, to deal with my kind of work, with what I wanted to do. Writing, making art, basically, making magic. All the energy I put in, I got back afterward. I got all of it back. It was a great deal. But a lot of jobs aren't a great deal, and they're really like, you feel it in your back, in your legs, arms, whatever, and after it you're just completely exhausted, and you need basically a whole time to recharge. I'm not saying all of these. If you make a very small movie with a very small crew, everyone's doing a lot. You're gonna lift heavy stuff, heavy equipment. You're gonna carry it around, late at night. Everyone's tired, everyone's hungry. But there's this spirit that guides you all along. If it's a good, if the vibes are right and it's a good thing, you're doing it for a good story, for a good, to do some good in the world, basically. You have a connection with the work. And then all of that hard work isn't really that hard, And yeah, you get all of it back. Of course, sure, after that we took some time to recharge as well. But it feels very different than the time you need to recharge after a really tough, like just a grueling job that is, where you're very replaceable, and it's not really a good thing you're doing, You're stacking like bottles of Coca-Cola and Pepsi onto one another so that people can grab it easily. Like, that's not really a good thing. I rather hide them in the back so that no one can find them. You know what I mean? is something some people regard that as hard work, and I think yeah, it kind of is like in big office spaces. Um, they send a lot of mails around and get phone calls all the time, and it's tough, but it's so stupid. Like, I mean, it's tough, it's not tough, but it's not productive at all. Like, all they're doing is asking very simple questions via, phone conferences and emails and constant, like, it's crazy. It's a real problem that these companies have, with all of that. You can't concentrate, you don't get anything done. You're just constantly talking about getting stuff done. Like, okay, is everyone ready? Okay, are you ready to get stuff done? Hey, call Bob. I don't know if he got the memo. Send him the memo. No, he didn't get it. Call him. Bob, where are you? Oh, he was in the toilet. No, he's already doing it. He's ready. Okay, everyone. Like, and the day is gone. It really feels like that. Yeah, sometimes you, just like I know, just let it. How important can it be? I mean, sometimes it's very important, and that's bad advice. But, yeah, it's funny. Even now in the back of my mind, maybe it's very important. No, I can call back later. I don't know if that. I'm gonna do a little bit more of the mic scratching. That's my favorite. Very few things are on that level, I think. But yeah, if you wanna kind of get into that flow state, and you can get that, like, in like not that great of work. Also, I'm not saying I never in those worst jobs I had, or monotonous jobs like packaging stuff. You can get that flow state if you make it fun. I mean, to a certain degree, your boss has to allow that. Your boss has to give you a certain room to do the work the way you feel like you can best do it. Like, want to listen to some music, fine. Whatever it is, want to talk to a couple of people. Some people are good at that. Some can talk to someone and do the thing. I can't. I just want to do the thing. But everyone's a bit different. Yeah, hard work. I don't know. Yeah, my definition. That's basically my definition. Is that hard work is stuff that you don't really want to do, actually. But it has to be done, and then you need something else to recharge. But the work that really, I don't know. I mean, I guess it's different. Probably the work I mean that is hard work that no one wants to do. Maybe there are people that want to do it, or that get into that flow state doing that. It's probably a very personal. You have to find your thing. What's best suited for your personality, for your soul. Honestly, for your core, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I'm sorry about the phone call. No, really, it's muted. I normally, actually, I have it muted most of the time, or off. Just don't interrupt any of my thoughts, please. And that you wouldn't do that in a conversation, and we sort of allowed this with these phones and emails and stuff. It's a real problem. I tell you, in these companies, like, I think they're way less productive than they ever were. Even though it sounds so, great, it sounds like it makes it harder. It makes it unnecessarily difficult to concentrate. But yeah, anyway, I sort of chase this, if you have a different definition for hard work, if it motivates you, fine, but for me it's like always like, I think of monotonous, strange, stupid work when someone tells me, oh, you gotta do some hard work, you gotta do the grind. It never, when I do what I do, yes, someone else might look at it and say, wow, that was really a lot and you really do the grind and stuff, but that's not at all what it feels like to me. It was so much fun. I mean, think about it. If you're playing a video game, for example, and you level up like really fast, and and then someone comes in and say, "Wow, you really do the grind. You really are putting the hours in. Great hard work." You would, no, no, it was fun, and I actually wasted a bit too much time with that game. It was all just fun. But with the really meaningful work you want and have to do, I think that feels like fulfilling and easy and fun and hard at the same time. It's all in there. It's challenging. That's a better word. Like challenging work. Like you can get there and it's rewarding when you do. And you that's the reward basically. Like yes, I got there. I managed to